What up, Maya? I'm gonna wait for more people to come in. I'm gonna get started at like 12. If you're here to watch me break down the lyrics. Oh, she dipped.
Gibson. Scholar, I've been trapped inside the house, unlocked the key through a hole. I've been trapped with my own thoughts, I've been fighting in the dome. I done doubted what I'm about, I beat the fight about my foe. I don't like the shoot, but got my finger on the chrome. I mean my hands on the future, I got plans where I'm going. I got plans where my end, what you expect is all goals. I'm playing soccer with soccer, I mean the wave on my feet. It's no soccer, the chalker gon' shock the game when I peek. Two, I'm blessed like I sneeze. No peekaboo, how I see. I pick a move and I run with it. I chose patience like doctors. I knock the beat like a boxer. I've been through hell like a copter. Cop the vibe on the map, but I ain't blue. This ain't Foster's father for real, no imposter. My posse deals an impossible. Can't stop me blowing up. I'm more nuclear than the Huxtables. In my bag like a Lunchable. Know my worth, I ain't fungible. Great anatomy, I came in this thing fearfully and wonderful. Something funny inside. Money inside. Something on the inside. There's something on the inside. Yeah. Alright, I got all the might behind me. In this image, I got all that might inside me. Oh, look what I left, so it's alright behind me. Demons love it, so it's alright inside me. I'm giving wisdom, it's like Psalms right beside me. My verses cut, it's like songs is right beside me. The feeling songs, my flock don't got no time for stalling. The greatest actions know a flow gon' leave you growing. No mumbo jumbo, had to cut out all the clowning. This ain't a circus, it's a circuit, how I'm rounded. I was humbled and gave thanks for my surroundings. Now living water flowing out me like a fountain. Now I really feel like I've been training with this Miyaki. Yeah, I ran some deals, it's work, not just a hobby. Put the skills to test like Johnny. This ain't power from my body, something deeper inside. Call me Gibson, Uzumaki. Something funny inside. Something funny.
Get started, because I have one lucky viewer at the moment, and everyone voted for the breakdown, so we're gonna get the breakdowns. So SOTI is the first song on the album SOTI, SOTI, something on the inside. Also, if you haven't read the post I posted a while back, it is a Haitian Creole word that means out, and so this album for me was kind of like breaking out of a shell. It's a lot of things. It's a character arc, it's breaking out of a shell of, I mean, you'll see as the breakdown series goes. So just gonna start with the lyrics. The first verse starts with I've been trapped inside a house, unlocked the key to a home. So of course, over the past year and some change, we've had the coronavirus pandemic, and we've been in quarantine, been locked down in our houses essentially. Just been trapped with ourselves and our thoughts basically for a large portion of the time. And so That's where I'm getting at there. I've like unlocked the key to a home, which is a reference to an older song that I made and I want to say it came out in 2019 called Google Home, where I basically talk about building a future for myself and like the people around me. So I figured out like the path to do that. That's what I mean by unlock the key to a home. I've been trapped with my own thoughts. I said that already. That's the next line. I've been fighting in the dome. There was a lot of, I feel like in quarantine for me personally, I did a lot of learning, a lot of unlearning, and it was hard. Like, it's not easy. It's just like things that I've thought all my life. I was like, oh wait, this isn't necessarily true. And so there's that. So I've been like, I was wrestling with myself. Also, before I go any further, that intro when the song starts is like, I'm in the best shape of my life. That's a voice recording from our church's men's retreat. I was recording because I knew something like funny was gonna happen when this one elder when it was his turn to speak, and as soon as I started recording, like he said that, and then there was something else, which there'll probably be more from that voice recording later in my music. But so I've been fighting in the dome. I done doubted what I'm about. Like I said, all the things that made me essentially, like I doubted with them, wrestled with them. I beat the fight about my foe. In that sense, I was the foe. Like I was fighting with myself, and I just kind of wore myself down till I couldn't fight anymore, and started to learn new things in the process of unlearning the other things. Yeah, fight about my foe. I don't like to shoot, but got my finger on the chrome. This is probably one of my favorite lines in this whole song, because like the chrome in this sense is like you would think like a gun, like chromes, no, call it chrome. Oh, Shrek, he got a piece, whatever. But like I don't like to shoot, but got my finger on the chrome implies that like I'm gonna shoot, but at the same time that's another reference to that same song, Google Home. Because the hook of that song says, in the future, it's all chrome, like a reference to that episode of SpongeBob. And so the next line says, I mean my hands on the future. So by my fingers on the chrome, I mean my hands on the future. Like, I'm molding my future, building it. That's where I'm going with that. And then I said, I got plans where I'm going. Like, I got plans, clearly. God's got plans for my end. What you expect, it's all goals. Right there, that's just a good old classic Jeremiah 29:11. For I know y'all know the scripture. Like that's the classic. What up, Vanna? So that's the classic Jeremiah 29:11. You know, that's that. What you expect, it's all goals. That was the setup for the line after that, where I say I'm playing soccer with Sokka. I mean the wave on my feet. So if you guys haven't watched like Avatar: The Last Airbender, there's the 4 different tribes: Earth, Water, Air. Who am I forgetting? Earth, Water, Air, Fire. And Sokka came from the Water tribe, and that was just like a way of me saying I mean the wave on my feet, which in the Bible, walking on water is often used as a like not an explanation, but like a reference to having faith. Is that our show we're watching? We can watch that one, Kirsten. I gotta start you off with something light, dog. That's where we'll start with that. I mean the wave on me. What up, Steve? Not me bumping Rebirth, forgetting about the life. That's funny. That's hilarious. Yeah, if you haven't listened to the album, listen to the album. I think everybody here has listened to the album so far. But Savannah has been faithfully bumping that joint. I mean the wave on my feet, reference to faith, and because like when Peter was walking on water with Jesus, or Yahweh, that's like a reference to that. The wave on my feet. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm getting all flustered trying to read y'all's comments. Water tribe, soccer, you play soccer with your feet. Clearly wave on my feet, like that's an analogy for faith. It's no Sasuke the chakra gonna shock the game when I peak. If you've watched Naruto, you'll know Sasuke is like one of the main characters, and he has this move called the Chidori, which is kind of like an electric move that he powers his energy into. And so that's what I'm saying, the game will be like shocked when I peak. Then after that, I say a chew. That connects, that like bridges these two sections, because when I peek a chew, like Pikachu, another character that deals with electricity. So to build on that shock metaphor, and then a chew, and then in the next line I say I'm blessed like I sneeze, because when you sneeze, you say God bless you. A chew, I'm blessed like I sneeze. No peekaboo, how I see. Just like saying my vision's not obstructed, because when you play peekaboo, like you're hiding, like you can't see clearly when you're playing peekaboo. I pick a move and I run with it. I chose patience like doctors. That is a reference to Hebrews 12:1. Run this race that with patience that is set before us. What does that say? Only character I know from Avatar. That's funny. I chose patience like doctors. So yeah, Hebrews 12:1, run with patience, and like patience like waiting, but of course doctors have patience. I knocked the beat like a boxer. That was just a generic, like the beat knocks, whatever. I've been through hell like a copter. This one, I had a little bit of turmoil, not a lot, just a little bit, because I was like, I could say hell in high water, or hell like a copter, like a helicopter. And there is this song, I cannot think of the name. Steven, what's the name of this song? It's the first actual song on Trillium 3. Shut up and let's get this money. It's like Get Rich or Die Talking or something by Aha Gazelle. And at the end, there's this voice clip where Aha's like, out the gate, I don't know if I should say function, let's say luncheon or function. Like he said, I don't know if I should say luncheon or function there. And whoever he was talking to was like, out the gate, I'd go with luncheon, because everybody's going to say function. And I feel like when I'm writing and I have a crossroads, like I could say either of these two things, they both make sense. I always go, like I hear that clip in my head, I'm like, I'm going to go with the one that like less people are likely to say. So a lot of people would probably say hell and high water, because that's a popular like euphemism anyway. So I've been through hell like a copter. I copped a vibe on the Mac, but I ain't blue to St. Foster's. So like that's just me. Like the album, the song, all the songs, they're vibes. Like SOTI is a vibe. I made that on my MacBook, but I ain't blue to St. Foster's. It's a reference to old cartoon, not old cartoon, but like recently old. Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. There are two characters named Blue and Mac. And then me saying, like, but I ain't blue, I'm not sad, because then that's setting up for the next song, Smile. Like, blue, emotionally sad, but also I'm not blue, like, from Foster's. This ain't Foster's. Then I go, Father, for real, no imposter, and that's, like, again, not imaginary, not an imposter, just real. My posse deals in impossible, like, my group, the people I'm around, like, I feel like I'm surrounded myself with, or try to stay around people who are always like defying what they should be able to do, always going higher, doing better. My posse deals in impossible. Kim can't stop me blowing up. I'm more nuclear than the Huxtables. That's a reference to Kim Possible, because she's always like on a mission trying to stop somebody from something, because there was bad guys. But like she can't stop me personally blowing up, in the sense like not physically blowing up, of course, but like making it big or whatever, just being successful in general. I'm more nuclear than the Huxtables, like nuclear in the sense like on one hand like blowing up, like nuclear explosion, but also like Huxtables from the Cosby Show, like we're a pretty nuclear family. Bill Cosby is getting out now, and that's a fact. That's a fact. That's all I'm gonna say about that. In my bag like a Lunchable, like, you know, you pack your lunch, put Lunchables in there. Know my worth, I ain't fungible. I use a dictionary.com app to learn new words. Like, they have a word of the day, and I don't use it as much as I should, but like anytime there's a word that like really sticks, I try to use it as much as possible. And fungible pretty much just means like replaceable, but it worked out well here. Worth, I ain't fungible. Great anatomy. I came in this thing fearfully and wonderful. That's Psalms 139 and 14. Like, we were fearfully and wonderfully made. So that's that. And then there's the hook is something on the inside. Like it's just something on the inside. Which I guess for those of you who don't know, like I'm talking like everyone knows, but that's a popular church, like black church euphemism song. There's like a lot behind that. Something on the inside, working on the outside. Oh, what a change in my life. Yeah. I'm thinking about doing a part 2 called Working on the Outside, but I'm thinking about it. We'll see. So then, yeah, that's all there is to the hook. Next verse, it says, all right, I got all the might behind me. This is the first of many My Hero Academia references throughout the album. My friend Joey that I work with put me on that show. Like we watched it together, are watching it together, and it's kind of life-changing, that show. First of all, there's a lot of like different animes referenced in the album, and I think to some degree they're life-changing, whether they change my perspective, action, something. So all right, I got all this might behind me. All Might was the name of like the big superhero that was like number 1. Like he was called the symbol of peace. And so all this might behind me, and then also just talking about like God's might, in his image, made in God's image. I got all this might inside me, which again, if you watch the series, you'll see how the main character Deku gets his powers from All Might. So all that might inside me, which kind of was a parallel I saw, like having the power of God in me. Look what I left, so it's all right behind me, like, left, right, but also like all right, like okay. These demons left, so it's all right inside me, like that's the same thing over again. I'm giving wisdom, it's like Psalms right beside me. I love this line too, because Proverbs is a book often like reference to having a lot of wisdom, even like out of a biblical context. Wise sayings are still called proverbs, and in the Bible, like chronologically, Psalm and Proverbs are right next to each other. So I said I'm giving wisdom, it's like Psalms right beside me, like I was Proverbs, like this album's Proverbs. And then the next line says, my verse is cut, it's like Saul's is right beside me. I want my verses to be something that cut deep, like you have to think about, like we have to do something like this where I come and sit and talk for however many minutes to explain all this stuff, because I feel like people shouldn't get it the first time through, like there should be deeper meaning. And then also what I did, an interesting thing with the beat is here I cut out the main melody and put like actually a saw synth, which like synths have different wavelengths. So saw one is just one with more like rigid lines, and you get the da 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 da, but it's real like cutthroat there at that line. So I did that. Versus cut is just like saw right beside me. No filler songs. My plot don't got no time for stalling. That is kind of me referencing, like this is a character arc. I've been watching a lot of anime lately, like I said in Thing Post, and so I watched Naruto, and oh my goodness, Naruto has so much filler, like it just stalls and builds up. And so I was like, I don't have time to like put stuff here just to make people want to like listen or whatever. Like I gotta get to the point. And so with my growth, like I don't want to waste time with it, basically. And then the next line says, the greatest arc since Noah, flow gon' leave you drowning. Again and again, I will say this album is a character arc. You're gonna see where I've grown. You're gonna see growth throughout the album, but like if you listen to my older projects, all my projects are really character arcs, but like this one like was so intentionally like a character arc. Like that's what it is. Like writing it, going into it, that's what I purposed it as. And so greatest arc since Noah, of course Noah's arc was huge, and so I'm just like this is the best type of arc since that. Flow gon' leave you drowning, that's just like, I don't know, something any rapper would flex and say that, because I just set myself up well to do that there. Of course, if you don't know Noah's arc, a lot of people drowned and died because they weren't on the boat from the water. So next line, no mumbo jumbo, had to cut out all that clowning. Teen Titans reference, there was a villain, a clown-based villain named Mumbo Jumbo. So I was like, all right, again, I'm not playing around, not clowning no more. This ain't a circus, it's a circuit how I'm rounding. Like, it's not a circus, again, not clowning. It's a circuit, just going around, like, completing my laps, you know, Mario Kart. I was humbled and gave thanks for my surroundings. A big scripture that that's been, like, I guess, dealing with me lately has been, pride comes before destruction, and I do not know where that's found at the moment. I can't think of it, but, like, I reference it on Go Hard, too. There's something like I got humbled and then watch the destruction because I wasn't proud, so the destruction didn't happen to me. I could just sit back and like, it's unfortunate, but like, what do you do? So I was humbled because I didn't want to get like destroyed by any outside force or anything, and gave thanks for my surroundings because my surroundings are peaceful. Now living water flowing out me like a fountain. Again, that's Bible right there. Rivers of living water. Then next line. Now I really feel like I've been training with Mr. Miyagi, Karate Kid. You know, I just feel like I've been working hard. I'm like getting to that point where like I can do whatever, like Karate Kid. Yeah, I ran some drills. This work not just a hobby. I saw this TikTok. It was like, producers, what's your like best producer secret? And it was like, run drills. Like, it's a sport. Like, open up your software. Like, give yourself like time yourself. Give yourself like 10 minutes. Make a beat, delete it, and then give yourself like 5 minutes, try it again, try to make the same beat, delete it, give yourself like a minute, try to do it again. It's just like, I was like, that's interesting. And so that I started looking at with not just making beats, making music, but like practice makes perfect, of course. And when you want to be good at something, you don't just like do it when it's time to perform. You perform how you practice. You got to practice, do it the right way always, or else you're not going to do it the right way when it really counts. Worked on just a hobby, put the skills to test like Johnny, and then put the skills to test is like, that's the performance. And then that's a reference to Johnny's Test, a show that I loved when I was younger, and they're rebooting it, and the reboot actually looks good. I think it just came out, actually. I'm going to check that out for sure, like after I get off of here. Skills to test like Johnny. This ain't power from my body, like not physical power. Something deeper inside, call me Gibson Uzumaki. Again, I said I watched Naruto. His full name is Naruto Uzumaki, and if you haven't watched the show, he's like this kid who has the power of this nine-tailed fox inside of him, and that's what makes him so like able to fight, of course. And a big thing here too is with all the animes I reference and shows and stuff I reference, a lot of the characters that like I guess cling to have supernatural abilities, but at the same time those aren't the qualities that I like love these characters for. It's like their extra human abilities, like their determination, their care for other people, like those types of things. Like, I could really care less like that they could walk on water in this show and that they could like shoot a laser through a water tower. Like, the other characteristics are so much more inspiring to me. And so something deeper inside, call me Gibson Uzumaki. I was just like, I'm like Naruto, because he's who I always say, one, I'll never go back on my word. Like, that's my nindo, that's my ninja way. That's what like nindo means, ninja way. Just the way of himself as his character, that's who he is. And then he's always like refuses to lose. He's just like, I will, like, or not even necessarily to lose, but like to give up. And that's where I'm at a point, like, I've just refused. Like, I'm not going to give up. I'm just going to keep going. Like, whatever happens, I'm just going to keep going. And then brings it back to the hook, and that's something on the inside. So, I appreciate y'all, Steven, Kirsten, Savannah, for rocking with me. And I think I'm going to do, I don't know if I'll do one Saturday for a smile, but like, I'm going to do 2 a week so I can knock them out in a few weeks. If I'll either do like 2 a week starting next week, or I'll do one Saturday. And then we'll see. I don't know if you guys have any questions. If not, we'll just, that's the live. Appreciate y'all for coming. And that's a wrap. We'll be back very few days with Smile. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Peace.